Symbols and 3D effects are related to each other in terms of designing in Adobe Illustrator. So in this video, let us discuss about the symbols and 3D effects. Symbol itself has a different panel. So let's go to window and turn on the symbols. In this panel, you can see some arts are there. So symbols are the object arts which has already been designed and kept here. So the symbols you can also design by yourself and collect in the symbols panel, so that whenever you need them, you can take it out and use it in your art, or you can also use it multiple times. So for us to practice with symbols and 3D effects, I've designed 3 arts here and we'll try to do them one by one. So let's keep it aside for now. Okay, so let's try the first one. There is a symbol here which is the plus sign, so I'm going to design it by myself. So for that, I'm going to select a rectangle and click once here, so that I'm going to draw a rectangle of, let's say, 100 and height also 100. So we have a rectangle here. I'm going to change the color to, let's say, this color here. So this one is going to be the body of this design. So now I need a symbol of this plus sign here, the red plus sign. So for that, I'm going to need one part of this one again. So this one right here, I'll make it smaller and let the height remain the same, because I'm going to put it on top of here itself, so that the height should be same. So this color should be a red one. So this particular shape, you can also rotate it by right clicking on it, go to transform and use the rotate. So here you can see that it has been rotated, but I'm not going to click on OK because it will only rotate our shape, but I need to copy as well as rotate it. So I'm going to click on copy. So I have my required symbol here. So I will select both of them and put it inside our symbol. So this symbol I can give any name. So let's call it as red cross. And since you already have the symbol now you can delete this one, because I know that I can take it out anytime I want and use it in my art. So I'm going to delete that. And this one here I have to use an effect, that is 3D effect. The 3D effects, you'll find it in the effect menu, and go to 3D and use this option, that is extrude and bevel. And on the top part of our position, in that you select asymmetric top and click on preview also. So whenever you edit, you'll be able to see the preview of your work. So what we have done here was 100 mm. So I'm going to write 100 mm and unclick the preview and click the preview again, so that you'll see the changes. And just next to the preview, you have an option that is map art. Go there and select from the symbols that you want to put on this area. So here you can see this, the top part of the face is already selected. This has already become a cube now. A cube has 6 faces. So here you can see that the number of the surfaces is 6 here. So the first one is the top one. Now here also I have the symbol on the top. So I'm going to select the symbol. You can change the position now, that is the surface. So if you click next, that is the bottom, and on the bottom we don't need it. Click the next, that is the right side. So I need the cross on that part of the face also. Select the cross again and change the face again. So this is also the part which I need. So I'm going to select that symbol again and click OK. Now I finished doing the map art, and you can click on OK. So that is the first one. So I'll keep it aside for now. The second one, you can see that this one is almost the same as our first one, but only the symbol is quite different. So for this one also, I'm going to follow the same step, but the symbol will be quite different. So for that, I'm going to click once more, and since it's already set to 100 mm for both width and height, so I'm going to click OK. I'll need a copy of this one for the symbol, so I'll make a symbol out of this one. So here, click on the object once, go to object on the menu, and you look for path. Inside the path again, you go to split into grid, and in here I will need 4 colors. This is 1, 2, 3, and in here also I will need one more color. So for that I need 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay, so we have 4 grids here. So in here also I'm going to change the color to this one right here, and I'm going to select these in these 2 rectangles and change the color to this. After finishing that, you can drag and drop this one into the symbols, and I'm going to save this one as grids. Since we have already saved the symbol, I'm going to delete this, and on top of this one I will go to effects, following the same process as we have done earlier. So in the 3D, select extrude and bevel, and this one should be asymmetric top. You can use any of these, but for our preview this is the one that has been used here. So I'm going to select asymmetric top, select use 100 mm, click on preview and go to map art. Since we're going to put our symbol on top of this one, I'm going to go to symbol and select the symbol that I need to put in there, change the face, select the grid, change the face and select the grid, click OK and OK again. So here this is almost the same as this one, the only difference is this area here. So I should be able to select all the small squares in that area, but all these are grouped together. So first of all I need to expand this one, go to object, expand appearance and expand once more. After doing that, since this one is already in grouped, so I'm going to ungroup them, ungroup and click once more. These 2 are still grouped, so I'm going to right click and ungroup once more, and each faces has been ungrouped, but I can still select this square here. So I'm going to right click on that again, ungroup once more, because in each faces also there are groups of the squares. So I'm going to right click once more, ungroup, right click, ungroup and right click. There is another thing called release clipping mask, click on that again, click on that, release clipping mask, right click on that, release clipping mask, and again ungroup them and ungroup once more. So all this squares has been ungrouped now. Now you can move to squares in time you need, but you can see that there's another layer here which is the part of our 3D effect extrude. So I'm going to delete that because I don't need it, and I'm going to put this one inside there. This one is also the another part of the layer, so I'm going to remove that, put it inside and bring this square to this area. So this also not needed, and this one has to be brighter in color, so I'm going to select the bright color. This one is a bit darker, and this one also has to be changed to that. So that is how we can use the 3D effect and put a symbol inside that 3D effect. So I will set this one aside for now, and in order to draw this one right here, this is also part of the 3D effect. So for that you need an ellipse, something like this, and if you want to change the color, change the color, and the same process, go to effect in your menu, go to 3D, and instead of last time we've used extrude and bevel, which is most preferably used in rectangles and squares, and when there is an ellipse you can use the revolve, and you can check the preview, it has somehow created similar with this one. So I'm going to click OK. The only thing you have to do the changes about the shape is go to direct selection tool and select this anchor point and do a little bit of changes. Okay, so after doing that you can make these two with rectangles and circles. So I'm going to use direct selection tool again and make something like that, change the color, and you can rotate it, make it smaller. And for this one also I'm going to draw a rectangle, change the color to green, and go to direct selection tool again so that I can select the anchor point like that and change these two into smooth anchor points and attach it here. Finally, whenever you need this symbol, you can always drag it out and use it in your art, or you can also go to 3D effect and use those symbols so that you can put those symbols on top of the 3D effects. If you think you don't need the symbols anymore, then you can also delete that by dragging and dropping on the bin.